What's up, everybody? It's Ronnie back again with another episode of Tax VAR. You guys already know we react to social media tax advice. We hand out red cards, yellow cards, or we can agree with the on-field decision if the takes are just. My name is Ronnie Fulgham. I'm a Canadian and US CPA who specializes in generating tax savings for content creators across the continent. Without further ado, let's hop into it.
Before 32, I did everything on my own. Now, when my sister, sometimes I'm like, for taxes, like, can't do it. Just like, okay, you want to know how stupid I am? Look at this, how funny. I'm slapping myself because I deserve it.
Calm down.
I had to do my taxes for 9 years.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yo.
9 years. In fact, it was...
Abba, come on. Abba, come on, man. 9 years?
so bad I didn't do my taxes. And it's just like irresponsible. I'm an idiot. I own it. Don't even bother saying... Write in the comments right now how stupid I am, okay? Very fucking dumb.
I've been told tell you. Bam.
Well, it was before I met you. Doesn't matter.
Even before?
But when I was 18.
Guys, please don't do this. Not paying your taxes for 9 years, not filing your taxes is diabolical. I don't care who you are. It could be Abba, it could be anybody. File your taxes, man. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Tell you exactly what I have, how I stopped paying. This whole time I'm paying my rent. I've paid off part of my mom's mortgage. I've traveled. So I'm no credit card debt. I'm not like a financially rich person. I've always managed my finances easy. And the reason why is I remember this. I was 18. I'd already been working for about 2-3 years. So I'd already been collecting paychecks and doing my taxes. And then 18th year, I had a lot of bonuses that year. And if you aren't aware, bonuses are taxed differently. So I go to do my tax return.
That's not correct. So there's a misconception out there that bonuses are taxed differently than your regular salary or your regular income, but that's not really what's going on. Bonuses are taxed the exact same way that your actual salary. The difference is in the timing of payments. Because your salary is usually paid on a bi-weekly basis or on a monthly basis, the amount of tax withheld can be slightly less over a period of time, usually over an annual period, right? So if you have 12 to 24 payments during the year, the withholding of taxes on those payments can be slightly less than if you had a single payment of the full amount of income, which will yield a higher withholding amount because it's just a one-time payment. And that's what's going on with bonuses. They're taxed the same way as salaries, which is on a progressive basis based on marginal tax rates. But because bonuses are more of a lump sum, larger payment, it's going to appear as if you're getting a larger withholding tax applied to it, but it's exactly the same treatment as salaries. So that's a misconception right there by Abba. Let's keep on going. Yellow card on that one. And red card on the decision to not pay taxes for 9 years or not file, but that's already established. Abba handed out the red card himself. So let's keep going.
Tax return, and the guy's like, you owe $900. And I went, huh? You know, $900. This is like 2009. You know, I was like, all right, cool, I'll be back. And I never went back. And I never paid. I couldn't. I thought tax returns like, you give me my money back. Now, there's a good ending to this story.
Yes, there is.
The government contacts me one day and they're like, we did your taxes for the night here. Here's $3,000. Because I was making so little, like it just worked out pretty nicely for me. Thank God, because if it wasn't, I would have been paying interest.
Don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
The other day, my mom asked me.
You know what, man? It's a nice anecdote, and I feel like I'm glad that I was talking about this to his massive audience because he's not alone. Like, there's a ton of creators, there's a ton of individuals out there who haven't filed their taxes in many years due to a multitude of reasons. It's a daunting thing. As it piles up, it's just like you keep deferring, and you don't want to deal with it. For others, it's the actual aspect of paying it back. Like, what if they didn't plan for owing taxes at the end, kind of like Abba with the $900. They didn't have the money to pay, so they kind of just took the avoidance route. Whatever the reason may be, I'm here to tell you this, right? This is my take. Always file your tax returns for the following, I want to say 2 to 3 reasons. One, if you're not making that much money, you are actually missing out on a lot of benefits that you get just from filing your tax returns. A lot of incentives, a lot of money given back to individuals comes from being in a lower income threshold. And there's no way for the governments, either it's the CRA or the IRS, to know this unless you file your tax return. So number one, please do that. Number two, it's when it comes to avoiding liens and avoiding garnishment from the IRS and the CRA from failure to pay your taxes. So if you don't have tax returns and you are earning certain incomes, the government is actually able to garnish your wages. The government is able to put liens on assets that you have. And this pretty much means them being able to take those assets to pay off debt. So like treat the IRS and the CRA the same way you would treat a bank who you owe a ton of money to, right? Those are just two of the reasons. But number three is just when it comes to wealth accumulation, happen. You know, as we all want to expand our wealth, pass on wealth to our children, there will come a time, many times over, where when you're dealing with institutions, it could be banks for loans, banks for mortgages, banks for whatever assets you want to acquire, they're going to request tax returns. They're going to request the last 2 tax returns that you have. They're going to request your financial statements for your creator business. And if you don't have those down pat, you're going to miss out on so many ventures that you have worked hard to do. And that doesn't happen without filing your taxes. So do not see the CRA and the IRS as something to be afraid of. As a matter of fact, educate yourself on it, learn from it, lean into resources, whether it's on social media, whether it's on just like reading on Google, and even just using ChatGPT or Claude, like just like ask them questions, educate yourself on the tax system, because I guarantee you the amount of time you put into figuring this stuff out and the amount of investment you put in, you're going to see it 10 times over in the amount of wealth you're able to accumulate, not only accumulate, but retain. So yeah, it's a great anecdote from Abba. The red card is obvious there, but it's been corrected from what it sounds like. That's it from me. If you guys have any questions or comments on anything I said, make sure to leave a comment down below. It's been a pleasure. My name is Ronnie once again. Until next time.